Let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer, where we're going to decode some advanced trading mechanics right from the ground up. And we're starting with a really fundamental question. So, do you actually have to perfectly predict the market to profit? Look, most inexperienced traders think they need a crystal ball, right? But unless you've got one magically hidden in your closet, trading is rarely about guessing the exact future price of an asset. Instead, the pros? They use structured probabilities. They build strategies that literally absorb the market's natural chaos rather than trying to perfectly outguess the whole shebang. To see exactly how this works, we're going to build our understanding layer by layer today. First, spotting market weakness. Then, understanding market resistance. Third, the bear call spread. Fourth, analyzing the trade setup. And finally, managing your trade risk. Section 1. Spotting market weakness. Specifically, when markets diverge. Okay, so markets rarely move in total isolation. You can think of relative weakness kind of like two hikers climbing up a mountain. If one is sprinting ahead and the other is suddenly struggling just to keep up, well, you know something is wrong with that second hiker, right? In this scenario, while the S&P 500 pushes up into brand new all-time highs, the Dow Jones index is visibly struggling to reclaim its prior highs.
And what's super fascinating here is that this divergence isn't just random market noise. It's actually a structural clue about where the market lacks strength. It's telling us the participation is dropping off in certain sectors, and institutional money, it might be rotating out entirely. The takeaway is we don't just look at the price of one single asset. We have to look at its behavior relative to the broader market environment.
Which brings us to Section 2, understanding market resistance, ceilings, and supply.
To really get resistance, we absolutely have to understand unfilled orders, or what we call UFOs. Basically, these are specific price regions where massive blocks of buy or sell orders are just sitting there, waiting to be executed. Think of red sell UFOs as a literal ceiling made of waiting supply. The moment price hits that ceiling, bam, all those waiting sell orders trigger, shoving the price right back down. It usually takes multiple attempts for the market to chew through all that supply and finally break out. Now, these UFO zones hover above and below the price action, just waiting for the market to engage.
Are you ready to level up your trading skills? Visit and follow our TradingView Ideas page. You'll get actionable insights and training materials for free. Scan the QR code or use the link on the screen to keep in sync with the markets.
And here's where so many traders make a critical mistake. They assume that if price revisits these UFO levels, it means an automatic breakout. They'll think, oh, it's testing the ceiling again. No way it holds, it's definitely going to smash through this time. But actually, the probability strongly favors resistance holding up unless it's proven otherwise. That ceiling is solid until the market definitively proves it has the energy to shatter it.
Moving to Section 3, the bear call spread, structuring for probabilities.
Knowing that resistance usually holds, instead of just shorting the market and crossing our fingers that it drops like a stone, we can use a defined risk strategy called a bear call spread. Here's how you build it from the ground up. Step 1, you sell a call option right near that UFO resistance zone. By doing this, you collect an upfront premium that's cashed directly into your account. But selling options naked can be incredibly risky if the market suddenly rockets higher. So step 2, you buy another call option further away from the current price to act as your insurance policy. By selling one option to collect a credit and buying another further out for protection, you've constructed a bear call spread, and you know your absolute maximum loss from the very start.
What's really brilliant about this setup is how it maps out 4 distinct outcomes. And get this, you actually profit in 3 out of the 4 scenarios. If the price drops, you win. If the price just moves sideways and does absolutely nothing, you win. Heck, even if the price moves slightly higher, as long as it stays below your break-even point, you still win. The one and only way you lose is if the price violently breaks through that resistance ceiling and sustains a massive move higher. And even in that absolute worst-case scenario, your loss is strictly capped.
A massive reason why this strategy works is a concept called time decay, or theta. Imagine time decay is like a melting ice cube on a hot day. Every single day that passes, the options you sold lose a little bit of their time value. So if the market just stalls out and sits there right under resistance, those options lose value simply because time is passing. And you? You get to keep that premium.
Are you ready to level up your trading skills? Visit and follow our TradingView Ideas page. You'll get actionable insights and training materials for free. Scan the QR code or use the link on the screen to keep in sync with the markets.
You are literally getting paid to wait, so long as that ceiling holds.
Let's look at Section 4, analyzing the trade setup with a real-world case study.
Let's apply all this to the E-mini Dow Jones futures. The market pushes up to form a first top, pulls back, and then pushes right back up to form a second top, struggling right underneath that resistance line. It's completely failing to move higher, while, as we talked about earlier, the broader market was making new highs. This double top is forming right at a relevant UFO resistance zone, that exact ceiling of unfilled sell orders we discussed. This creates a picture-perfect environment for our bear call spread, positioned just above the current price action, right in that pocket of resistance.
So based on the math for this setup, let's say we collect a credit of 137 points. Because we bought that protective call further out, our absolute maximum risk is capped at 363 points. But the true magic of this trade lies in the break-even level of 50,237. Since we collected that upfront credit, we actually bought ourselves a cushion. As long as the Dow stays anywhere below 50,227 by the mid-May expiration, this trade is a winner.
Think about the sheer mechanics of that for a second. The strategy does not depend on you perfectly predicting a massive downward crash. It simply relies on the price not exceeding that critical resistance line. For you to actually lose, the market has to completely invalidate the technical weakness we spotted, chew through all those unfilled sell orders, absolutely break the ceiling, and sustain a huge rally, all before expiration. The burden of proof is entirely on the market to beat you.
Which brings us to our final part. Section 5, Managing Your Trade Risk. This is your real edge. Now, even with the odds heavily in your favor, you absolutely must adhere to strict non-negotiables. Number 1 is position sizing. Never allocate so much capital to a single idea that one loss wrecks your portfolio. Second, have defined exits. If the market definitively breaks that UFO resistance, your thesis is wrong. Just get out. Third, be super aware of time. Yes, options lose value over time, but sharp, violent moves against you can accelerate your losses really fast. And finally, diversify. Whatever you do, don't put on 5 identical trades across highly correlated markets.
Understanding the specific contract you're trading is totally vital to your sizing. For instance, in E-mini Dow index options, a single tick equates to exactly $5. So if your max risk is 363 points, you just multiply that by 5, and you know precisely what your dollar exposure is before you ever even click the buy button. You're never ever left guessing what your exposure is.
Because managing a spread isn't just about stubbornly holding on to it until expiration day. Closing early to lock in partial gains or actively reducing your exposure when market conditions suddenly change proves that systematically managing the trade is your real edge over the long haul. Anyone can have a lucky trade, right? But consistency and execution is what actually builds long-term success.
So by combining the observation of relative weakness with the structural reality of UFO resistance, we've constructed a strategy that absorbs market noise rather than trying to perfectly outguess it. We really don't need a crystal ball. We just need the ceiling to do its job.
As you approach your next setup in the market, I want you to ask yourself this final question. Are you stressing out over picking the exact top or bottom? Or are you giving yourself room to be slightly wrong and still walk away profitable? Consider how a defined risk, probability-based approach, like the bear call spread, might completely change your perspective on trading. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.
If our videos help you stay sharp episode after episode, hit pause, like, subscribe, and keep learning. Your support means a lot to us.